RUM is a set collecting game of press your luck in which pirates earn points by playing sets of bottles to win the game. First, choose a dealer to perform the remaining setup steps. Place the 7 captain cards and castaway clock in a row in the playing area. Rotate all cards so that the 1 is oriented at the top of the row. Set aside the Parrot card, then mix the RUM cards together in a flat pile face down to create the shipwreck. Flip 3 RUM cards face up to create the beach, and rotate them so that the single bottle sides are all oriented at the top of the row. All players draw 1 card from the shipwreck to create their starting hand. Then, add the Parrot card to the shipwreck and mix them up. The player to the left of the dealer is the start player. RUM is played in quick turns over many rounds. The game ends when a player reaches a set amount of points or the castaway clock is rotated to the pirate ship position. During the game, sets of bottles are played in order to gain captain cards and earn points. However, captain cards may change controllers if an opponent plays a larger set. The Parrot will force players to discard. On your turn, you must either draw a card or play a set. You may draw a card from the shipwreck or draw a card from the 3 face-up cards, called the beach, then replace it with a card from the shipwreck. Your other option is to play a set with at least 1 RUM card from your hand to gain control of at least 1 captain card. Captain cards, RUM cards, and the castaway clock have different values based on how the card is oriented. When playing a set of bottles, RUM cards may be played in either orientation, but only one side will count towards the total. Captain cards begin the game in the 1 position, facing the shipwreck. To play a set, you must be able to gain at least 1 captain card by playing more bottles than the current position of the matching colored captain card. Place the captain card in front of you, with the number matching the total bottles in the set just played at the top, facing you. You may gain control of several captain cards in one turn. You are not required to play all the cards from your hand when playing a set, and bottles that cannot be used in a set are ignored. Cards played from your hand are mixed back into the shipwreck. The 3 face-up cards are called the beach. The single bottles on the beach are communal and considered in all players' hands. When playing a set, a player may include any of the single bottles on the beach to gain a captain card. When a player desires to include single bottles from the beach, he simply indicates to his opponents which are used for the set. The single beach bottles are left as they were, face up. A RUM Trio is a specific set of bottles that can be played to greater effect. A player may play the set of 3 single bottles from a specific color to steal the captain card in that color, regardless of its current number position. Then, the number is increased by 2. A RUM Trio set may be played with other sets to steal multiple captain cards. There are only 3 single bottles of each color in the game. If the active player draws the Parrot from the shipwreck, he reveals it immediately and discards back to the shipwreck the number of cards shown in the center of the castaway clock. Then, the Parrot is discarded back to the shipwreck and the castaway clock is increased. The castaway clock's current value should always face the shipwreck. As soon as the last card is taken from the shipwreck, either drawn or used to refill the beach, the player or players with the most cards in their hand immediately discards all their cards from their hand back to the shipwreck. Then, the castaway clock is increased and play continues. After the turn in which all 3 cards on the beach are face down, the tide washes in new bottles, and all 3 cards on the beach are immediately flipped over. If the Parrot is revealed, all players discard the amount shown on the castaway clock, and the castaway clock is increased by 1. After discarding, the Parrot is mixed back into the shipwreck. Then, the empty beach slot is replaced with a card from the shipwreck. If a RUM Trio appears on the beach, it is wiped away by the tide immediately. All 3 cards are mixed back into the shipwreck, then 3 new cards refill the beach. In either case of a tide, if a Parrot is revealed on the beach, the castaway clock takes effect. The game ends immediately if either a player's goal is at or above the winning points goal, or the castaway clock reaches the 8th position, the pirate ship. If a player reaches the points goal, he wins immediately. If the castaway clock ends the game, the player with the most points is the winner. In the case of a tie, the winner is the player with the most captain cards. If still tied, the winner is the player with the highest value on a captain card.